Abortion is okay. It's okay to have abortions. It's fine. And we had them for, however many decades, and there was no problem except, a very few amount of complications that happens anytime you have a medical procedure. And having a medical procedure is never what you want. But if you're having a child and you don't want to have the child, then you shouldn't have the child, because unwanted children leave very unpleasant lives and usually turn out to be very hostile, very unpleasant people. And we don't need more of that. So if a woman doesn't have the environment that she thinks is suitable for the child, and women know they are very into children, they love them very much and like raising them and like making better adults out of children if they can. And they know if they are not in a situation where that's what's going to happen. And we don't need extra bad adults. And God does abortions. They're called miscarriages all the time. God says, listen, sometimes this doesn't work out, and call God what you want, the universe. What I'm saying is that naturally sometimes the fetus dies and is ejected from the woman's body. And it's a very traumatic, very unpleasant thing, especially if the woman really wants the baby. It's horrible. And life is horrible, and life is full of pain. And we have to make choices that make humanity stronger and make humanity better. And having abortions available to people who really don't want to have children is a wonderful way to make humanity better, because when people have children, they're forced to have them and they don't have the resources or, emotional or financial, then the child usually grows up to be a very troubled person and one of the people in jail, one of the people in mental institutions, a drain on society. And if we tried to push it towards people only having children when they had really thought about it and really created a great environment, we would have a that'd be an easy way, or a really good way to vastly improve the human society. And we can do that. We can have relatively safe abortions through the medical community, and we've done it for decades. God, the universe, does abortions. It's not a bad thing. It's okay. And we have proven it already. And to go back is just pointless, because these few people have this religious belief that life is sacred, and they're not looking around at really what happens to life. Life is not sacred. It dies in car wrecks. It dies from dog attacks. It dies, all sorts of diseases. Life comes and goes all the time. And we need to review our ideas about life and death and what really goes on the planet, because our job as individuals in humanity is to make humanity as strong as possible. And abortion will go a long way to making humanity a stronger society.